All right, good
I'm
afternoon, folks.
gonna be honest with you right off the bat. I did not finish my travel wall. Just so you know, I'm gonna be
Okay.
straightforward with you.
I appreciate that. I know there's other people in the same boat. So um, let's um, let's go ahead and talk about a couple things because maybe we got ahead of ourselves yesterday. But I just wanted to first off to say welcome again. My name is Mr. Brunette, and you guys should be in period 7-8 AP World History class. The agenda for today, we are going to go ahead and present our travel walls to each other so we get used to watching somebody else share their screen, or not share their screen, but at least talk. And then we're going to go over the syllabus. I'm going to introduce the geography test that you have coming up. And then your other homework assignment, which is going to be learning about the course themes tonight or over the weekend. All right. So just want to make sure you guys are alert and understand turning things in can be a little bit tricky. So instead of doing the text box, because that would have made you upload pictures to Canvas, I also made uploading a Google document with pictures available or a Word document available. And I will do that for assignments moving forward, just so that you can do one of those three. If you ever get into trouble and you want to take a picture, a JPEG, or take a picture, turn it into a JPEG, and upload that. If you want to do things handwritten, because that's something that you prefer. For example, tonight I'm going to make that available also. Here's what I'm going to do in order to take attendance today and move forward. I am going to share my screen in a moment, and then I'm going to ask Kimberly Aiken. Are you on this? Kimberly Aiken, are you here?
Yeah.
Okay. Kimberly, Kim, I'm going to get a coin. 1 second. Don't go anywhere like you're going to. Okay. Class, this all kind of comes down to Kim here. Kim, I've got a coin. You see this? See it? Okay, you're going to call heads or tails. If you get it right, you can either decide to go first since you're in the front of the alphabet, or you can make Lily, who's at the bottom of the alphabet, go first, okay? So you call heads or tails. I'll flip it. Go ahead.
Tails.
It is tails right here. You guys see that? Evidence. Yep. Yep. All right, so you get to choose whether you want to go first or whether you want to go last. Are you still there? Kimberly, we lost you for a second. Kimberly, first or last? Hey, maybe? Nope. Oh, I didn't hear you. Do you want to go first or last?
I'll go first.
All right, so we're starting at the beginning of the alphabet. Thanks to Kim, whether that's good or bad. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to go to our class. Oh, not that. This. Come on now. Modules, and we're going to go to the travel wall. All right, and then hopefully, assuming this works appropriately, I am going to be able to click on this. And voila. Okay, so let me see if I can get this to pop up. All right, Kimberly, what we're going to do is you're going to say your name, however you want to be announced, and then you are going to just tell us where you went to middle school, and then talk to us about your pictures briefly, maybe 30 seconds, and I'll go ahead and go like this for you, and then we'll move on to Samuel, okay? All right, everybody who's on this video, this is the way I'm going to be taking attendance. Even if you don't have it, you can tell me that when your name comes up. Make sure your video is on and you're actively watching your peers here. This is not one of those like, oh, I'm going to decide not to, everyone's going to deserve the same respect here. everyone's going to get a chance to talk. So I want to make sure that your video is on, okay? And you are, like I said, being respectful. We will applaud for you. You probably won't hear us, but everyone will get a round of applause. Just think about it in your head, okay? Kim, why don't you start us off here?
Okay, my name is Kimberly. I went to Northview Middle School. And yeah, so this is Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky. And it's basically just a bunch of caves that you can go in, and they're really cool. So
How did it shape how you view culture?
it made me realize that there's a lot of things that we haven't discovered about the Earth.
Cool. What's the second picture of?
Mount Fuji in Japan. And
All right. How do you think that'll change how you view culture?
it'll be a totally different culture, so I think it'll affect me a lot.
Good. All right, Kim, thanks a lot. Everyone's giving you a round of applause virtually. Do it. Hey, come on, get in the yellow shirt. There you are. Appreciate it. All right, Mr. Barker. You are up, sir.
Hi. Okay, my name is Sam Barker. I went to Eastwood Middle School. That's all I have to say for the introduction, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My first picture is from Mackinac Island, and it's in Michigan. And it's an island where you have to take like a boat there, and there's no motorized vehicles allowed on that island. And it shapes the way I think about culture there, because it has like a not very modern style of culture, and it's still very successful. And the second picture is Santorini, Greece. And the building style has not really changed, and it showed me that culture can stay similar upon many generations.
Cool. Thank you, Samuel Barker. Round of applause. Awesome. All right, let's get up to Katya. Katya? Yeah, I think so. All right.
Hi, my name is Katya, and I went to Wesleyan. And for my first picture, I actually picked Wesleyan because before I went there, I went to a small private school, and going to Wesleyan really forced me to meet a bunch of different people. And that definitely changed my perception on how I see like different cultures and the world. And a place that I want to go is Athens, Greece, because it was like the center of ancient Greece, and I'm really interested in that stuff. And it was also for like a symbol of philosophy and science. So I think, especially since I haven't been out of the country, I think it would really help me see another developed culture that's rich.
Awesome. Thank you, Katya. All right, round of applause. Yeah. All right, let's go next. Is it Mikhail?
No, it's
Michael.
Um,
How do I say it? I'm sorry.
Michael.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So the first picture is Cancun, and it's a small city.
Where'd you go to middle school, Michael? Sorry to interrupt you. Can you tell us where you went to middle school?
It shows how different environments adapt to being around water, and how different cities in Mexico were built and discovered. The second picture is a palace, kind of like a museum now, and I chose this because it kind of has something to do with like Adam and Eve and how humanity was like regenerated in a small aspect of how it fell in the Catholic society.
Great. That's the Sistine Chapel. Thank you. Been there a couple times. All right. Good job. Let's go to the next person, Brooke Brown. Google Doc.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My name is Brooke. I went to Eastwood Middle School, and my first picture is at Mount Rushmore in South Dakota. And I think it shaped how I view culture by showing me that I need to appreciate the things that have come before me. And then my second picture is of Paris in France. I think it would help me show me like what different people's motives are in life, and also just to be able to see all the different monuments and just get to know what it's like to live there.
Okay, thank you, Brooke. Job. All right, Kaylee Kraus. There you are.
All right. So my name's Kaylee, and I went to Christ the King. The first picture is me and my stepsister. You might know her. Her name's Ava Couch. She's a sophomore at North Central, and we were in Mexico, and that helped me see how different cultures are because I got to see new languages. Like everyone around us, like at restaurants, are speaking in Spanish, and all the culture and the way they dress. And I've been there about 3 times, so I've been able to see that. And then my second picture is a picture of the Philippines because I'm part Filipino and I've always wanted to go there and see more about their culture.
All right, thank you. Job. Your sister is Ava Couch, huh? Stepsister.
Yes, stepsister.
Her last year. Thanks. All right. Is it Luella?
Yeah.
Great. Go ahead.
I'm Luella, and I went to CFI 70. The first picture is me in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Before I went there, I didn't know like pretty much anything about like Ireland and the troubles and all the things that happened there, and I still don't know that much, but I knew nothing before, so it feels like I learned a lot, and that was a particular monument that we went to. And there were also lots of murals, which was cool. The second picture is Hong Kong. I'm really interested in Chinese culture, and I think Hong Kong has a really interesting history, and I want to learn more about China's one country, two systems principle and like how Hong Kong is governed.
Yeah, hopefully it stays that way. Thank you. Good job. Okay, round of applause to you. All right, Lily Dole. Your pictures didn't, they embedded it, but they're not coming up. That's okay. Just talk to us here, Lily, please. Are you on here, Lily?
Hi, I'm Lily. I went to Northview, and then I also went to Wesleyan. And then my first picture, or the place where I've been, is Jamestown in Virginia, and I learned about how like the white settlers and how they interacted with the natives. And then the picture of where I want to go to is supposed to be of Olney Abbey, which is a abandoned like church in Belgium, and I think it's really like beautiful. I've always wanted to visit it.
All right, thank you, Lily. Okay, Hannah.
So my name is Hannah. I went to Eastwood Middle School. So the first picture are pictures from Hawaii from a few years back, and it really shaped, or it was one of the first experiences that I got to like see a really different culture, and so I think that really opened my eyes and made me realize how diverse the world is. And then my second picture is of Cairo, Egypt, which is Egypt's capital. And I'd love to learn more about ancient Egyptian and their history and how their people have developed over the years and how so many different cultures were able to like mix to form it, like how it is today.
All right, good job. Thank you, Hannah. All right, Lucy. Go ahead. Lucy Hiddle, you there?
Sorry, I was on mute. So the first couple of photos, that's me and my twin sister in Mexico, and that's me going down the slide. And Mexico is just a really amazing place to visit, and every single night we went to like these huge parties, and like it just felt so different from what like I'm normally used to, and it just really opened up my eyes to be like, wow, there's other stuff around the world. And then I don't know where my second picture is, but my second photo was of Athens, and I just really am like, I love Greek mythology and all the history and architecture that goes on there. I think it's really interesting to see how like it's one of like the oldest cities still in Europe today, and I'd love to go and visit it and see its like extravagant cultures and architecture.
Thank you. Good. All right, Ashton, you're up.
Bro, you did like a whole rant.
Hi, I'm Ashton. I went to Eastwood. The first picture of me is in the Dominican Republic, it's a different culture, and I liked to experience their different way of life. And the second picture is Sydney, Australia. I've always wanted to go, and I've just always wanted to. It's similar, but I've also wanted to learn how it's different and what they do there.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashton. Okay, Grace. Grace Lane, you up? Make sure you mute yourself. All
Yeah,
right.
sorry, I forgot I was muted. So my name is Grace, and I went to Eastwood. And I haven't really been anywhere that really impacted how I see different cultures, but my sister Ashley and my dad have been to like a lot of different places around the world. And this is a picture of her and my dad in South Africa.
Wow.
And I think if I went there, it would impact my culture because in South Africa, there's like a lot of different cultures, and it's a very diverse country. And then the second picture is a picture of Scotland. I would want to go there because the scenery is very beautiful, and the Scottish people have a really interesting, rich history, and there's a lot of inventions and things that have impacted our culture that originated in Scotland, and that would be
Sure.
interesting to learn about.
Capitalism was created in Scotland. That's kind of important. All right. Thanks, Grace. I remember your sister. Tell her I said hi and your parents.
Okay.
Thanks. All right, Kate.
Hi, my name is Kate Langston, and I went to Center for Inquiry School 84. And the first picture is of the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. And I think it shaped the way I view like the Jewish culture because it really put into perspective all that they had to go through. And then the second picture is of the Berlin Wall in Germany. And I've always wanted to go to Germany and like see what it was like living on both sides of the wall.
Awesome. Thank you. It's a cool trip. I agree. Awesome. All right, Lucy.
So, hi, my name is Lucy, and I went to Westside Middle School. And this first picture you can see in the back is New York City. And New York City has by far been the most diverse place that I've ever been because so many people from like other cultures all come together like in this city because of how big it is. And like there's other like in like parts of the city there's like Chinatown and Little Italy, and it really just like brings the whole world together into like one place, and I think that's really cool. And then this second picture is a picture of Rome, Italy. And ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to go there. And my parents, like my whole entire family, just really adores Rome. And that's where my parents actually got engaged. And my name, Lucia, is Italian. And it would really show me, since I've never been outside of America, that it would really show me like that there's other parts of the world that I need to discover to really see how everybody else in the world lives. And yeah.
Good job. Thank you. Nyla, are you here? We weren't here yesterday. Okay. Griffin Moore.
Hi, my name is Griffin Moore, and I went to St. Luke. The first picture is Eiffel Tower in Paris, France, and it shaped my view on culture by showing me how people live in different countries. And the second picture is the Bahamas, and I've always wanted to go to the Bahamas to see the great views and try their food.
All right. Thanks, Griffin. Jackson, did you figure this out? I know you've been texting me. Go ahead.
I've been trying to put it on. It didn't work, but
You got one on here.
yeah, that one I just downloaded. But the first picture was supposed to be of like this bull boat. I saw it in Montana, and it's crazy that the Indians would like use those to like float around and get to places when they were literally just made out of like buffalo hide and like sticks. And then my second picture is of Australia, and like there's some kangaroos, and I just think it'd be really cool to go there just because the wildlife is so much different.
Awesome. Thank you, Jackson. Where'd you go to middle school?
Oh, I went to Eastwood.
Awesome. Okay. E,
My name is Ira.
Can you tell us about your pictures?
Oh, I don't see it on the screen.
We've got them on here. I've got the Creation Museum in the Philippines.
Yeah. The Creation Museum has impacted my views on Christianity and belief, and I always wanted to go to the Philippines because like their culture has been like influenced by a lot of different cultures, and it's changed a lot throughout the years.
Thank you, E-Ray. I totally agree. The Philippines is be incredible because they have a lot of their own natural culture, native culture, but then they had the Spanish, they had the Japanese, and they had the Americans all come in and invade it. Thank you. Skylar Robinson.
So picture number 1 was a resort in the Dominican Republic, and I wasn't saying it for the resort, but it was crazy seeing like all the towns and the villages driving up to it, and then right outside was like the brush in the jungle, and like how it was so like fit for American life inside the resort, but like right outside it was just normal Dominican culture. And then picture number 2 was it's American wildlife. I just want to go and see it because it's unique and you're not going to find it anywhere else in the world.
Good job. Thanks. Cool. I would agree about the Dominican Republic. Kind of strange. And sad at the same time. All right. Owen.
My name is Owen. I went to Northview. And the first picture is a picture of a small town in Alaska. It's actually called Heidelberg. But this really impacted the way I view different cultures because of how unique it is to most of the common like American cultures. And the second picture is a small village near the Amazon River. I'd really like to visit this like village or something like this to experience a culture that really prospered off of like one natural resource. It's like they get their food and stuff from there and their water, of course. So I think it'd be really cool to experience something so different from American culture.
Great. Thank you, Owen. All right. Mr. Sewell.
My name is Sam and I went to Northview. The first picture is the Louvre from France, which I got to see a little bit of. I chose it for my first picture because the Louvre is really a big place. It's a giant museum full of different types of things from multiple cultures like paintings and statues. And then my second picture is the African savannah because I want to visit either Australia or Africa because they really have a culture that seems foreign to me. And I'd like to learn a bit about it.
Cool. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. All right. Moo.
It's
Mushi. Right?
I went to Westlake. Oh.
There you go.
I went to Westlake, and the first picture is Chicago Chinatown, and it changed my perspective. It changed how I view other culture by like giving me another perspective because I went there when I was really young, and I was like immature and like judgy, and like when I went there, right, it just like changed how I view other people and like other people that's different from me.
Great.
And the second picture is the Golden Temple. The Golden Temple in Kyoto in Japan. I always want to visit here and visit Japan itself because Japan had many beautiful buildings like this, and like it's just like historical and like cool, I guess.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Good job. Vivi.
Sorry. My name's Vivian. I'm from Northview. So the first pictures of ruins in Peru, like I used to read about it as a kid, and I thought it was like really cool looking, and I would love to see it in person. And then the second picture is of Mount Fuji in Japan, and I would be able to see like the really good scenery and stuff, and meet the surrounding area because I think they have really cool culture over there.
Thank you, Vivi. Ethan.
My name is Ethan. I went to Eastwood, and this is the Temple of Kukulkan, also known as El Castillo. It was a temple that was used for like an observatory for astronomy, and it was also a temple to worship the god Kukulkan. And I think it would be really nice to go here because I would like to learn about the Mayans, who were known as great astronomers of their time. And then this one is Delphi in Greece, and it was a religious sanctuary that was made for the Greek god Apollo. And I think it would be really nice to go here because I would like to see how the ideologies of the ancient Greeks influenced their architecture.
Awesome. Thank you. Vincent, are you there today? Okay. Victoria.
Wait, I'm here.
You're here, Vincent?
Yeah. I have a doc.
Okay.
Uh,
Can you share it? Can you upload it to the assignment?
upload. I should have.
Okay. It didn't come out here as having said that you did it. There you go. Okay, go ahead, sir.
All right. So yeah, one influential place was Japan as a whole, but I chose Tokyo because it was the most like influential to me, and it just like really showed me how different and just like Asia and like specifically of course Japan is compared to like here in America or like in
Okay. You still there?
very like like has a very unique culture compared to well it's just very like special I don't know, it's just a place I've always kind of wanted to go since
Okay.
a while.
Thank you. Thanks, Vincent. Victoria.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I went to Eastwood. Okay, so the first picture is the Metropolitan Museum of Art, but that's not really all I wanted to like see. Because I feel like New York is like it's filled with like different kinds of people, and then when I went before, I really didn't get a chance to like analyze and just trying to kind of like see like how different people interact. And then the second picture is the Louvre Museum, and I think art is like can tell us a lot about culture and environment. So I would really like to go and like see the museum and like see all the art from around the world. So yeah.
Nice. Thanks, Victoria. I completely agree with you on your art comment. Jill?
So, yeah, the reason I hadn't submitted it earlier is because I didn't know how to, but I got it submitted, so we're good. So my name's Jill. I went to West Lane Middle School. I would like, or my favorite, like, most impactful place I visited was probably Chicago, because, you know, in Indianapolis, it's kind of small. Like, there isn't a very diverse range of people, especially when you go outside of Marion County. But in Chicago, there was like so many different types of people and so many different like income brackets. There's some like really rich people there that I didn't even know like existed. And then a place I would like to go is Finland because it's a completely like different climate. It's all like really snowy and cold. And it's also a completely like green way of living there. And they also have like really good LGBT rights and human rights are all like really good there.
Okay, thanks,
Oh,
Jill.
and the police are good too.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Thank you. Raleigh.
My name is Raleigh, and I went to Center for Inquiry 2 for middle school. I couldn't figure out how to upload the pictures, but the first one is me in Ireland a really long time ago. I picked this trip that I went on because it impacted me the most, seeing how different, like, the sheep outnumbered people like 3-1 there. And so it was really interesting to see, like, what kids my age like thought of Americans and what like how they all lived on most of them lived on farms and how like they all like grow their own food, some of them and stuff. It was really cool. And then picture number 2, it was a picture of New Zealand, and I really want to go to New Zealand because they have a lot of animals there that aren't anywhere else in the world, and there aren't a lot of people there, and it's really pretty. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Good job. Okay, Nathaniel Wilson.
I went to the Oaks Academy. The first picture is of me in the Dominican Republic when I was like 8, and I actually went there. The first half was like I went for a week. The first half was we visited like the poorer parts, and then the second half we like went to a resort, and it was pretty crazy to me to see like how different it was, like just especially because it was like in the same country. That like really affected me. And my second picture is of the Taj Mahal in India because and I would like to visit just India in general because the culture is like super different, and but it's still like there's still things like the Taj Mahal, and it's different but not necessarily like worse.
Thanks, Nathan. Nathan, or you go by Nathaniel?
My full name is Nathaniel, but I go by Nate.
Nate? All right, great. Okay, Lily, you ready to end it?
Yeah. Hi, my name's Lily. I went to West Lane and then Northview. The first picture is a picture of Castillo de San Marcos in St. Augustine, Florida. It's a large stone fortress, and it was built by the people like of all different backgrounds and different jobs and religions and stuff, to protect and defend Spain's claims in the New World. It did so by keeping unwanted people out, such as British troops and others, because it was an impenetrable fortress that was fireproof. It's a national monument that symbolizes the clash between cultures which uniquely unified our nation.
All right.
The second
Second one?
picture
Yeah.
is of the Colosseum in Rome, Italy. The amphitheater was unique compared to others because it was made of stone and concrete and was freestanding. It's also special because it could entertain thousands of Romans at one time. And I think this would change the way I view culture if I saw it, because like many other Roman inventions, the Colosseum influenced the makings of other Roman structures and buildings all around the world.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. You guys did a nice job. I've had other times where people had nothing together, so you put something together and you did it well. You did a good job, and it was pretty interesting. Also, all right. So I've got a list of things I got to do with you, and I've only got about 10 minutes or less. So I'm gonna need you guys to really focus now. The first thing that I wanted to do, is my screen still share with you guys? Thumbs up. Anybody? One of you? Yeah, great. Thanks. Okay. So we have the course syllabus here, kind of day to day what we're going to be doing. But if you go to your modules, you're going to see that, go to modules. You're going to notice that I have the syllabus uploaded for this school year. And we're not going to have a ton of time to go over this right now. But I don't take late work. And I won't have free passes, so you guys need to make sure you're getting your stuff done on time. Make sure you're ready to go when the bell rings, or bells have been a minute or two off here. We'll get closer to that hopefully in the next few days, and when you get back into school, it'll be different as well. Don't miss class. If you do, obviously you have a taped lecture on here on my front page where it says view live recorded sessions. And basically piggyback on what we said yesterday, after this first 2-week period, you guys are definitely going to be getting 7 to 10 pages of textbook reading a night, and that's going to take you about an hour and a half, okay? You guys need to start getting a binder together. I had Ashton add questions about materials. Okay, I'm not going to check this for a grade unless we get back into school, but you definitely should have a binder that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs. The first 2-week unit on foundations in religion, and then you can see where the labels need to be. And then there should be one for essay work and skills work, DBQ, document-based question, SAQ, short answer question, and LEQ, long essay question. So that's how your binders and tabs should be set up. That should say 6. And you need to make sure you work on getting that done really over the weekend. Behavioral expectations, I didn't change them around because I'm hoping we get in class, but cell phones are always going to be a problem. You'll be able to possibly use them in here when I tell you can, and we'll use them sometimes as a tool. But when I'm talking, there aren't to be cell phones out, and I basically will follow the same thing with you guys. I won't be on my phone when I'm supposed to be teaching you and in front of you, and you do the same thing for me. And I think that's pretty fair. Okay. All right. You guys are going to notice this is how it would be if you were in here. I talked about the video, 200 points, or actually comes out to about 250 points. I do everything is a point. Points are all equal. There's no weighted grades or no weighted. The tests aren't weighted any higher than an essay or a homework assignment. It all is total points. Okay. Here's the grading scale. Each 9 weeks is 45%, and then the final is 10%. Okay, that's the least amount that the final can possibly be. All right, so I put more emphasis on you doing your job and doing good work throughout the 9 weeks. Course themes we're going to talk about here shortly, but everything in the course is devoted to one of these 6 themes. Okay, and this is actually going to be how you're going to be taking notes this year. So we're going to hammer this on Monday and over the weekend. And then course skills, the skills that you need to be able to do are contextualize. That puts something, that means contextualization means putting something in context of what's going on around the world. Compare and contrast, I think you know what that is, cause and effect. And then change and continuity over time. That means how something changes and stays the same over a long period of time. Okay, so you guys probably spent some more time looking at that on your own. We don't have a lot more time to go over it. Back to my modules. You're going to have a geography quiz or test a week from today on half these terms, and then 2 weeks from today on the other half. The first half is going to be the rivers, the physical geography, the rivers, the mountains, and bodies of water. That's going to be a week from Friday. Here's your list. And then 2 weeks from Friday, you need to know the following cities, and you need to know the following continents and land areas. Okay? That is, like I said, we're going to split that in half for you. But if you want to know what you should be studying, it's definitely the physical geography first, and then cities and continents and land areas. You might ask, how do I practice? Well, first you probably should download this, take a picture from your phone or whatever you have, print it as you can. But then on here, under modules, I've got a blank map of the world, and this is the map that we are going to be using. Okay, everyone see that? So when you practice, you definitely want to use this to practice or label and then study it. Okay, physical geography, Friday, a week from today. Cities and land areas, 2 weeks from today. All right, moving on then. Last but not least, if you go to the home page right here, I told you guys yesterday that I put the course themes. So these are the course themes right here, and these are the definitions. Your homework for the weekend is to read these and then try to make up your own definition in 8 to 10 words about what these actually mean. Do not use the same words that are in these definitions, but try to think about what you think it means and put them in your own words. Then you're going to come up with 2 historical examples that would fit under each one of the themes. And they can be relevant to today, or they can be relevant to 10,000 years ago. That doesn't make a difference. I just want to know that you know what that theme means before I teach it. I want to give you a chance to show that you can do it on your own. So you notice, here's the assignment right here. I have uploaded a Google Doc. You're going to follow the directions on the Google Doc, and then you can turn it in as a Google Doc, a Word document, or you can print it off if you have a printer at your house. I definitely don't. And then you can write on it by hand if you'd like to. Here's what the assignment looks like. Okay, you see directions. Use the description of the 6 course themes from the front page of my Canvas to complete the following activity. Due Monday before the start of class. So I've got the themes on the left-hand side. I've got your definition in 8 to 10 words, and then a historical example. Let me give you a historical example of humans and the environment. I am going to use the Industrial Revolution and pollution, which caused the rise in cancer in males in London and caused an entire generation of people in the West to suffer from black lungs or coal related cancer. There's an example, okay? And if I maybe give you one more, governance, an historic example of governments would be the creation of the Senate in Rome to have representatives elected by the people to make decisions for them, and the creation of a republic. Okay, that's an example for you. Like I said, there's different ways to hand this in. If you're going to use my Google Doc, do not edit mine, make a copy for yourself, and then upload that. Okay, so that is it for the weekend. Start on your geography labeling and complete the course themes and historical examples. Before I let you go, does anybody can go off mute and ask any questions that they have right now? Okay, if not, give you a minute to go ahead.
When you try to so I went to the world history course themes to go and then when I clicked on like the link and to go to the Google Docs, you need to request access to do it. Like it denied your access.
Gotcha. Okay. I might just copy and paste that in there into into the instructions, and then let you guys put it into a Google
In our own Google Doc, yeah.
Yep. I think I'll go ahead and do that now before this next class starts, okay?
Okay.
Anybody else?
What would you like recommend we do today, like to get caught up, like to be caught up?
Were you not here yesterday?
Oh no, like I was here yesterday. I'm just wondering like what
To recommend to get caught up. What do you mean?
like what should we do today like to get ready for the like assessment thingy?
Oh, print off the blank map and print off the term sheet and just label it and then start going over it on your own. See what you know and what you don't know. Does that help? Guys, the bell rang. I knew this would happen. I'm sorry. If you have any more questions, shoot them my way via Remind, please. Don't use Canvas. I hope you guys have a good weekend and get something done for yourself too. All right, I got to end this meeting so I can get the other class in. Thanks, guys.